Hi there, this is your friend Anna, and the question that I've been getting the most from all of my friends is, what are we wearing? This age-old question isn't just about choosing an outfit, it's about choosing how we present ourselves to the world. I created the I Want Her Shoes podcast to dive deep into what it means to dress with intention, whether you're heading to a council meeting or just having a casual day out with your family. Join the conversation as we explore the power of personal style and the decisions that shape our public personas. Put on your favorite pair of shoes and step into my closet. Well, let's dive right in. Welcome back to I Want Her Shoes podcast, where we sit down with powerhouse women who are redefining style, leadership, and success on their own terms, one bold step at a time. I'm your host, Anna Annison, and today's guest is a master of transformation, not just in wardrobes, but in lives.
Thanks.
Meet Samantha Brown, celebrity wardrobe stylist, director of fashion video for major runway shows, and now also an author of a children's book, Dressing Up, Pip's truly fashionable tale that's so cute, and with styling credits across Vogue, GQ, Harper's, Bazaar, and a decade, plus helping men and women feel seen and confident. Samantha brings equal parts editorial sophistication and real-world practicality to what it means to show up beautifully inside and also out. And in this episode, we will uncover how personal style becomes leadership style, how a closet edit can really mirror a life edit, and why confidence in your clothes often comes from clarity in your values, which is super important. And whether you're dressing for a boardroom, a red carpet, or your own everyday journey, whatever that might be, this conversation will give you a fresh perspective and inspiration. So great to have you here, Samantha.
Thank you so much for having me. This is so much fun. I'm like in a dream space right now.
Oh, I'm sure you've seen some amazing closets, so thank you so much. That means a lot coming from you. And before we dive deep into all these fun things, tell me about your roots and how did you end up splitting time between Miami and the Big Apple?
Sure. So I launched my business in New York 15 years ago. It started as a clothing consignment business where I was cleaning out people's closets, shopping online for them, also listing their previously owned products online for them and selling. And I got into styling that way. After many years interning for Badgley Mishka and at Nylon Magazine and working New York Fashion Week, everything is like leading to the next thing. But now, a year ago, we moved down to Miami. So we finally made the big move after 20 years in Manhattan. And it's been amazing. But because I built up a business there, I'm still there all the time. So I'm back and forth. And it's kind of the best of all worlds, to be honest.
Nice. Well, since you're kind of back and forth, maybe we could talk a little bit about how is the difference in style? Like, how has your style changed in the last year?
Oh gosh.
Since you've moved here, because I hear a lot of people talk about that and it's very interesting to hear.
I feel like it could not be more different. New York is like the urban rainbow. It's black, white, gray, cream. Every now and then you'll see burgundy.
I love the urban rainbow.
Like there is no color in the urban rainbow. So, and down here, obviously things are a lot more colorful. I also find Miami interesting to navigate because every neighborhood has a different personality here. It's a little bit different.
And a different kind of style aesthetic, I feel like.
Absolutely. It's like you come up to the beach and everybody's half naked all the time. You go down where I live in the Grove and you have a lot of New York transplant like mommies and families and and everything in between. So anytime I go out in Miami, I'm like, okay, where are my exact coordinates? Am I in mini skirt territory? Am I in jean short territory? And just kind of trying to navigate what dressing in hotter climates is like. In New York, we're so layered. And I do miss the dynamic styling of building visual interest with many layers.
Yes, and that's what a lot of women say. And one of actually my recent guests, she's moving back to New York, and she said that it's because I can't wear all my layers.
Yes,
and like my clothes is just sitting there.
Yes,
and I'm like, wow, that's I guess if you're really into fashion and that's how you express yourself.
Yes, and adding to that the new challenge of using only a carry-on when I go up there for work. So it's like, you really have to commit to the shoes, by the way. With the carry-on, that's the big thing, right? That's your space saver or your space loser.
Yes, I always wear like the largest, pair of shoes. And then,
but you can't wear like your sweats with a thigh-high boot on there.
I'm sure people have done it, Now that they don't make you take your shoes off, maybe it's easier to pull that one off.
That's true. Now the boots can be as high as you want, but you really have to be mindful of that footwear.
1,000%. And Samantha, you describe yourself as a celebrity and personal stylist who also directs fashion videos for major runway shows. How did you first realize this world of fashion and styling was like really your calling?
So in my earlier days, I mean, really as a teenager, so I was a teenager when I started working New York Fashion Week. I was like 13, 14 years old. And I actually got permission from the head of my school to leave school for the week and go intern at Fashion Week.
That's
so I was just like enamored with fashion for as long as that I could really remember. And I knew it was my calling after I actually worked in design, because working in design showed me I did not want to be a designer. It was like, okay, I think that there's a lot of technical skills with actually designing a garment that maybe don't appeal to me. Like, I'm not a math person. It's very, very technical. Instead, I wanted to just play with the clothes, and that's how I got into styling.
I love that. Play with the clothes. That's amazing.
Just play dress
That's
up.
so much fun. Yes. And you were personally trained and recruited by Stacey London of What Not to Wear. And how did that mentorship really shape your approach to style and transformation?
Oh, it totally shaped everything. Stacey gave me the language to articulate what was in my mind, but I didn't know how to say when communicating with clients. Like, there really is a science to styling in addition to the art of styling. And you can teach people how to style all day long, but if you can't explain to them and justify the decisions you're making and why it's working or not working, you're kind of at a roadblock, and you can't make an impact on someone if they can't understand why you're doing what you're doing with them. So working with Stacey was so impactful in that way. And really, I mean, frankly, being able to attach my name to her name in those earlier days was great, because this world does value celebrity and they value brand names. And it was like a vote of confidence in my favor.
That's such an amazing mentor to have.
Yes.
So that's such a great story. Thank you so much for sharing. And you've worked with clients from red carpets to corporate offices to just everyday wardrobes. What is your core belief about why style matters beyond just like what to wear?
Sure. I mean, I'm going to tell you the biggest secret of style. It has nothing to do with the clothes. Style has nothing to do with the clothes. It has everything to do with how you feel in the clothes, how you show up, how you present, how you tackle the day, the kinds of relationships that you make, just your confidence. So it doesn't matter if you're walking onto a red carpet or into a boardroom, as you said. If you don't feel comfortable, you act differently. And if you do feel comfortable, or better than comfortable, you feel like $1,000,000, then you're going to walk in, you're going to land the meeting, you're going to make the deal, you're going to ask the person out on a date. I mean, the texts I get from clients about what they've done in an outfit, it's just an outfit. And the way that they've accomplished things, it's just incredible. It's really, really fun.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a lot more psychology there than, fashion.
Yes.
And, many people feel overwhelmed when trying to elevate their style. Mm-hmm. What are kind of 2 to 3 big mistakes you see people making, and how do you guide them out of those things, or to kind of approach things differently?
There's a few things happening in our closets. Like, one, we just get used to looking at what's in there, and we don't really take the time. When I do a closet, it's time, it's energy. We're going piece by piece and thinking through the decisions around it, whether to keep it, get rid of it, how to style it. And if you don't take that time to really hone in on what's going on in your space, then you just fall into habit, right? And
by wearing like 10 things.
Yeah, you wear 10 things. And you stop seeing the potential there too, by the way, because it's like, well, this shirt and these jeans looked great last weekend. I'm seeing different people this weekend. I'm going to throw it on again. And we stop seeing all the potential in all that money that's hanging in our closets. So that's one rut. And then I think just the over over purchasing, the impulse purchasing. Like,
oh my God, all the sample sales. I feel like when all those things launched, like Guilt and Rue La La and all of the Wonder, as long as we love them, I feel like people just kind of started accumulating more and more things, right?
And people are afraid to rewear
using them. Yeah.
And they're afraid to rewear because they're taking pictures and posting it on Instagram and TikTok all day of what they're wearing. But I think that's ridiculous. I think that the best way to develop a signature style is in repetition. But thoughtful repetition, wear it differently, make it a part of the way that you show up, make those pieces mean something to you, make them impactful.
Yeah, like rock stars have like one jacket that, you know what I mean? Or like, it's like that one piece that people know you for, right? So don't be afraid to reuse those items.
Yeah, wear your clothes. Come on, we don't need it sitting in a landfill. Put it on your body. Put it on your body.
And let's talk a little bit about your recent children's book, Dressing Up, Pip's Truly Fashionable Tale, which you launched just last year.
Yes.
Congratulations. That's amazing. It's a lot of work to do that. So on top of everything else that you're doing.
Thank you.
So congratulations on that. And how did the idea of styling little ones and nurturing confidence in kids through fashion come about? Because I feel like that is so important. Like, I feel like that is, not just for girls, but also for boys and just for children in general, to let them kind of have their own sense of style versus like forcing them into like some kind of like a box, right?
Totally. So, I became a mom 3.5 years ago, and I was feeling this sort of disconnect between these two versions of myself. There was me, the mom, and then me, the stylist, and like, where did they meet in between? And so dressing up was really a passion project to bridge my worlds together and bring my daughter into my working life a little bit so that I could be with her more and think about her more in the context of what impact am I making on people when we work together. And I really feel passionately about the book because it teaches kids that when you feel your best, you can do anything. That's the whole overarching theme. Kids dress up, they feel empowered. And I just had this idea one day, what if my daughter fell asleep in her stroller and when she woke up, she didn't know it was me pushing her to the next destination. She thought it was the outfit that like transported her there. And what doors would that open for her? And what would that look like in terms of confidence? So that's really the story. And it was so much fun. It totally grew legs. I was really lucky. It was well received. And I'm just happy that kids are reading it and feeling something.
That's so cool. I love that.
Yeah. And finding their signature style young, play. It's all fun. Like, it's all good.
Yeah, no, I'm all about that. I always let them choose their little wardrobes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, and we talked about style being deeply personal. Mm-hmm. And how do you help clients whose bodies, professions, or life stages have changed? For example, like a lot of our listeners just became moms, or they're changing their career, or they're relocating. To reflect that in their wardrobe, right? Mm-hmm. How do we do that?
Well, style and the collecting of clothing, like it's really an evolution, right? Like one thing I think that happens with clients too is they'll hold on to a past version of themselves in their life through a piece of clothing in their closet. Right. And it might not fit their body or where they live anymore or any number of different lifestyle factors. But there's this emotional attachment to it. So I always ask my clients, like, if we were shopping today and I presented this, would you buy it? And most of the time they're like,
no, of course not. But it's like sentimental.
But I spent X on it, or I wore that when this thing happened. And it's like, well, then take a photo of it. Make yourself a little album to keep in your closet if you want, of these memories, these clothing memories. But like, clear the space, donate it, pass it on to someone who might use it and give it a new life and move on with it. Especially when it comes to changing bodies. We got to dress the body we have today, not the body we had 10 years ago or pre-baby or whatever.
That's true.
We have to be better to ourselves. Dress the body you have.
And how long would you say do you kind of keep things and if you don't wear them? Like, is it a year? Is it 5 years? Is it less than that? Because I hear different things and depending on what the item is as well.
It depends. Like, if you love it, like really love it, not the idea of it, not the way it fit you once, but love it now, but it's not making a lot of sense, then sure, keep it. We all have those like treasures and sentimental pieces. I love to do this like little style challenge where when you put something back after wearing it, you flip your hanger to face the other way. And within like 2 or 3 months, you're going to see a whole chapter in your closet of stuff that you're not touching. And then it's time to ask yourself why. Is it because it's a black tie dress, you haven't been to a black tie? Then that's fine. But is it because it just is not speaking to your current sense of style? Then it's got to go.
Yeah, and I think it's different with shoes because
Yes.
I mean, yeah, because I've been collecting. Yeah, I've been collecting my shoes for like, 2 decades, you know. So, and I think a lot of the styles are now like collectible and you can't get, so it's kind of cool. But again, also when you have a child too, your foot slightly changes too. So you know, sometimes you do have to. I had to let go of some shoes, you know, because.
We'll never get over it.
I know, it's really sad, but sometimes you said, like, you have to really, like, your foot's not going to shrink again. So you really have to live your life and not, like, be miserable walking around, like, uncomfortably.
Also, by the way, the more you have, the more decision-making paralysis you'll have, right? Because you walk in, too many options. I have so many clients who hire me and they're like, I need you, I have nothing to wear, let's edit the closet, let's figure this out. And I walk in and I'm like, you have nothing to wear. There's too much to wear. That's why you can't even make a decision in this room because it's just so flooded with options. So, you know, there's a balance for everybody. Somewhere in between too little and too much is the perfect place to live.
1000%. And how would you describe your personal style in 3 words? And has it changed over I know it's changed from New York to Miami, but what about over the years?
Like only 3 words. I'm a mood dresser, so I dress for the day. You know, it's my style goes a lot of different directions depending on who I'm going to be with. For instance, I've been in New York for the last basically month and wearing all of my like layers, my black, my textures, like all my heavy knits and leather and all this stuff. And then now I'm back in Miami and I'm like, I was thinking about what I'm doing today. I'm like, I'm going to be in this colorful space surrounded by all these colorful things and it's Miami and I'm going to put on some color for the day. So I would just say I'm a style chameleon. I mean, that's not 3 words, but...
I love style chameleon though. I mean, you know, I think that's a really great way to describe yourself. That's awesome. And in today's world, as we know, there's so much changing, remote work, hybrid meetings, personal brand versus like company brand. How do you advise professionals, especially women, to use style as a tool for influence and presence, not just like to look good?
It's more difficult when you're showing up on Zoom, of course, because you're limited in space and you don't necessarily come in with the same kind of impact. But I think the key is getting dressed every day. If you get dressed every day, you feel differently, you work differently. I mean, there's a million studies that show this. And you just function differently in the world when you're putting your best foot forward. So getting dressed every day. In terms of style, again, I think having a signature, being known for something that feels authentically you, is a great way to make an impact. And on Zoom, jewelry is a really good way to do that.
Yeah, or lipstick, or, you know, makeup and all of that too, because sometimes it might not be the whole outfit, right?
A little bit of effort.
See everything.
A little bit of effort goes such a long way.
Yeah, and there's studies that have been done, as I'm sure you know, that people that wear makeup, that dress up, they make more money.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's more respect. It's just kind of like putting your best foot forward in anything that you do, right?
Absolutely.
Including your outfit.
I've heard they get upgraded more on airlines too.
Yes, for sure.
So like if you're flying, don't look like shit.
Exactly. There you go. That's a good hack right there. And if you would give one piece of wardrobe wisdom to somebody stepping into a big role, like for example, if it's like a first time huge executive job or first major event or pivoting career, what would it be?
Consider your audience. Know who you're going in to see every day. One of the things I ask my clients all the time, like, are you working mostly with men, with women? How old are they? Where do they live? What do they do? Like, who are your peers in your new role, right? Because you need to be equal or better to what's in front of you. In those higher up roles too, though, you can also change the standards. I mean, once you're in for long enough, you can make waves. Like I had a very, very, very higher up male client years ago who was in corporate America, and he was just tired of the suits and ties and being all buttoned up. And I remember in our first fitting, he basically, was about to change, and he was tattooed literally from the line of his neck to the edge of his wrist, like in a corporate suit. You'd never know. And he had this goal to change the culture and make it more chill, and he could set the tone because he was at the top. But you can't really do that until you're established in that.
And that's a great story.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And is there a personal styling philosophy that you yourself live by, or something that you always kind of come back to?
Yeah, I mean, it's very simple. I've said it a few times, but get dressed every day. It's like
put a little bit of effort
put in
into
some
it.
effort. Yeah, I was raised by one of those moms of the 80s, like full face of makeup, lipstick, hair done on the tennis courts.
I love
that.
At the
That's
gym.
how
my grandma was.
Yeah, all the time. But I will say, we can laugh about it because it can be a little bit high maintenance for sure. But she shows up every single day for whatever she's doing, and I feel like that's a lesson that was ingrained in me very young.
Yeah, and it's not like showing up for other people; it's also showing up for yourself, and that makes you feel better, right? Like, and also just like have a better day.
Yeah. One of my girlfriends, actually, who's a makeup artist, was living in Japan for a while, and she told me that it's actually a sign of respect to who you're meeting to get dressed every day. Like, it's considered disrespectful if you come a mess.
And that's kind of how we were raised. I mean, I grew up in like Eastern Europe, and people they dress up. Yeah. People dress, like you cannot be like seen in like a tracksuit or something like that,
Love it.
All right, well, I've been waiting to hear about these beautiful shoes, Samantha. These are Jimmy Choo's for those of you who are not watching on YouTube, but these are, can you describe them as a stylist? Because I don't know like what actually the collection is.
So they're like a 4-inch stiletto. They're pink velvet, double strap and ruched or sheared. And then they have contrasting bows across the top in kind of like a cranberry color. So they're super girly.
Have you even worn them?
I've only worn them to shoot content. I haven't worn them yet.
Oh my gosh.
These babies need to be taken out on the town. But the story here, well, first of all, I got them at the outlet, Sawgrass Mills, Miami outlets.
It's a good one. It's such a good one. You find some cool stuff like this.
You find great stuff. But the reason that I brought these today is because there's two reasons to buy something when you're thinking about personal style. There's function, like a black blazer that fits you perfectly, that you can wear a million different ways for years and years and years. And then there's joy purchases. Something that maybe doesn't make any sense for your lifestyle or necessarily go with anything in your closet, but they just make you happy. And these are one of those things that was a joy purchase, and it just made me happy.
But it would even go with the outfit you're wearing now.
Yeah, I like
you
with
can wear it with
t-shirt.
anything. Yeah, like I feel like it's such a even though you think it doesn't go with anything, then you're like, wow, it like boosts up an outfit, right?
And they're just fun. They just made me smile when I saw them.
I can't wait for you to wear them somewhere. They're so Miami as well. So, all right, well, let's do this quick round of this or that.
Okay.
Paris runway or Soho vintage market?
Both.
You can have both. That's fine. Closet, cleanse, or shopping spree? Or one after the other? Cleanse.
Both. I'm going to be the most boring answers, but you need both. You need both.
Closet full of trends or more curated timeless pieces?
Curated timeless pieces.
Agreed. Monochrome moment or bold color clash?
Lately, I love the monochrome. I mean, there's something really rich about monochrome.
Agreed. Dressing celebrities or just everyday women?
Everyday women, all the way.
Red lip or no makeup glow?
Red lip.
Structured tailoring or flowy romanticism? Or both?
I like them together.
Yeah, I think that's really beautiful. Like when you have like a blazer over like a beautiful flowy dress or something. Yeah. Effortless chic or all eyes on me?
Effortless chic.
Yes. Carry-on stylist kit or full trunk of fashion chaos?
Lately, it's my carry-on stylist kit. But I wish I could go with a full trunk. There's just no time for that.
Yeah, well, sometimes you just have to be quick, right?
Yes.
Well, Samantha, thank you so much for showing us that style isn't just about fabric and facade. It's about identity empowerment and aligning how you show up with who you are. And your work reminds us that when you dress with intention, you speak louder than any kind of outfit, right? And to our listeners, if you've ever stared at your closet and wondered whether your wardrobe truly represents you, let this episode inspire you. Because sometimes the most powerful thing you could wear isn't a designer label, it's just your confidence, your voice, and your truth.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
I love it.
Well, thank you so much. This was great.
Thank you.
Mwah.
I don't know why it's so heavy going south right now, but it's insane. Coming up here, I flew. So
Yeah, I saw it. Why are people going south? Is there something happening?
Nothing.
We don't know.
Nothing.
Am I missing something?
I'm not invited if there is.
Oh my god!
I was
oh my
trying
gosh!
to pick ones that would like look good in your space too, because I looked obviously.
They would like go into the section so perfectly, like. Oh my god! I cannot wait to hear the story about these.
It's
They're
not like a huge story, but I can tie it to a good story.
Yeah.
You know, I can tie it to philosophy.
Oh my god! I love
shopping.
the bows and everything. Well, I'm gonna ask you to do one more thing.
Okay.
So you have to pick a shoe out of my closet that represents you best that you would wear, and then we're gonna take a Polaroid.
Oh my god! Pick a shoe. Just
Yes,
one.
just one. You could do this.
This is fun.